Good morning everyone. Welcome to your English class. Today we are going to do question and answers of lesson 5, The Adventures of an Understudy. Answer these questions. Exercise A. Question number 1. The game had begun. What was the game? What would happen if they won or lost the game? Answer number 1. The game refers to the elaborate ruse that Rossendal was going to execute with the help of Colonel Sapt and Fritz, in which he would take the place of King Rudolph and participate in the latter's coronation ceremony. It was essential that the king showed up for his politically significant event, failing which the king's half-brother, Black Michael, would take over the throne. But the king had been found unconscious and in no state to attend the ceremony, which led to his look-alike Rossendal playing the king's part for a day. If they won the game, all would be well, and the king himself could rule over Artenia. But if their ploy was discovered, Black Michael, King Rudolph's half-brother, would seize the throne of Ruritania. Question number 2. How did Rossendal prepare for the role he was to play? Answer number 2. Rossendal prepared for the role by taking instructions from Colonel Sapt. He told Rossendal about King Rudolph's personal history, his family, tastes, pursuits, weakness, friends, companions, and servants. This was to make Rossendal prepared to pose as King Rudolph at the coronation. He was also trained in the etiquette of the Ruritanian court. Outwardly, he was dressed in royal clothes with a sword in its scabbard, a revolver, and a helmet to look the part he was supposed to play. Question number 3. Which line in para 6 shows us that Rossendal feared for his life? Find other lines in the story where Rossendal, Sapt, and Fritz express the same fear. Answer number 3. The line, "The last thing I did was to feel if my revolver was handy and my sword loose in the scabbard," in para 4 indicates that Rossendal was well aware of the mortal threat involved in the risky endeavor he had chosen to undertake. However, at the same time, he was trying to manage his fears as best as he could. This fear for their lives was rife in the hearts of Colonel Sapt and Fritz. Colonel Sapt prayed, "God send we may we alive tonight," to which Fritz replies, "Amen," thus revealing the same fear. Question number 4. Sapt and Fritz put their lives in danger to save the throne from Michael. What can we infer about the relationship between Colonel King Rudolph and Sapt and Fritz from the text? Answer number 4. Sapt and Fritz proved themselves to be worthy and loyal friends of King Rudolph when they agreed to put their lives in danger to save the throne from Michael. Even in the absence of the king, they agreed to the dangerous ploy just for the sake of king and his kingdom. Question number 5. Does the text tell us why Rossendal would agree to such a risky task? Do you think he was brave, foolish, or adventurous? What choice would you have made in such a situation? Answer number 5. In many occasions throughout the text, Rossendal has expressed his thrill at playing the part of the king. He has a sense of adventure and is brave enough to take risk. He travels a distance without his entourage to generate trust in the people. It is a mark of goodwill. There are many instances where his fear of getting caught almost compelled him to flee, particularly when faced with the keen scrutiny of Michael. However, he continued resolutely and was eventually successful. On one hand, Resendel comes across an adventurous, risk loving person, and on the other, he shows bravery in the face of adversities. Question number 6. Why is the text called The Adventures of an Understudy? Do you think Resendel was a good understudy? Give at least 2 examples to support your answer. Answer number 6. In regular use, the word understudy refers to a person who learns the lead actor's role in order to be able to act at a short notice in the absence of the actor. The text is called The Adventures of an Understudy because it brings out the story of Resendel, a simple man who, just like an understudy, played the part of a real king in the latter's absence. He looked exactly like King Rudolph and hence played his part attending his coronation in order to save the throne from a usurper. He proved himself to be a good understudy who prepared well for his role with the help of Sapt and Fritz, so that he could portray the king as accurately as possible. Since his ploy was a great adventure for Resendel, the real-life understudy of King Rudolph, the title is justified as The Adventures of an Understudy. Exercise B. Choose the correct answers. I passed along bowing this way and that, under shower of cheers, blessings and waving handkerchiefs. How did the public's attention make Resendel feel? Option A. He was happy to see so much love and support for King Rudolph. Option B. He felt as though the cheers were for him and that he was truly the king. Option C. He felt happy and confident and wanted to keep the position of king for himself. Option B is correct. Option B. He felt as though the cheers were for him and that he was truly the king. Sentence number 2. Why did Resendel refuse to let the marshal provide him extra protection while riding through Black Michael's quarter of the city? Option A. Because he believed that it was what the real King Rudolph would have done. Option B. Because the cheers made him think that the public would not harm him. Option C. Because he believed a true king would be fearless and trusting. Here, the answer is option C. Because he believed a true king would be fearless and trusting. Third question. What do you think Sapt felt about Resendel refusing the protection of the soldiers? Option A. He approved of Resendel's actions and was proud of him. Option B. He thought Resendel was being foolish and that it was too dangerous. Option C. He thought it was dangerous but that Resendel was keeping up the pretense well. Here, option C is correct. He thought it was dangerous but that Resendel was keeping up the pretense well. Next line. And when he saw me, his red cheeks went pale all in a moment, and his helmet fell with a clatter on the floor. Number 4. What do you think explains Black Michael's strange behavior on seeing Resendel? Option A. Michael realized during the coronation that Resendel was not the real king. Option B. Michael was shocked on seeing the king in the church because he thought the public might have harmed him. Option C. Michael was possibly responsible for Rudolph being unconscious and was now surprised to see him. Correct answer is option C. Michael was possibly responsible for Rudolph being unconscious and was now surprised to see him. So we will take option C. Now that's all for today, dear students. I hope this video will help you in completing your work. Pause the video wherever required and complete your work in your fair notebooks. Thank you and have a good day.